At a hospital in Greece, 10-year-old Michael Morbius welcomes his surrogate brother Lucian, whom he renames Milo. They bond over their shared blood illness and desire to be normal. Their adoptive father and hospital director Nicholas arranges for Morbius to attend medical school in New York, while he focuses on caring for Milo. 25 years later, Morbius publicly declines a Nobel Prize for his work with synthetic blood. His colleague Martine discovers he has secretly captured dozens of vampire bats from Costa Rica, hoping to splice their genes with his own to cure his condition. After informing Milo of his planned illegal experiment, Morbius receives funding from him to outfit a private mercenary vessel in international waters with his equipment. While the cure works, it transforms Morbius into a vampire who kills and drains the crew of their blood after they attack him out of fear. Once his bloodlust subsides and he regains his senses, a horrified Morbius erases all CCTV footage of his experiment before contacting the authorities and jumping overboard. Morbius returns to New York and discovers he now has superhuman strength, speed, reflexes, and echolocation, with his vampire bats treating him as a bat. To control his bloodlust, he subsists on his synthetic blood until it gradually ceases to satisfy his needs. FBI agents Simon Stroud and Al Rodriguez investigate Morbius's victims and deduce his involvement. Milo learns Morbius is cured, but becomes furious when Morbius refuses to cure him as well. While checking on a hospitalized Bancroft, Morbius finds a dead nurse, drained of her blood. Believing he was responsible, he attempts to escape before being cornered and arrested. In prison, he is visited by Milo, who offers to use his wealth to free him. Upon realizing Milo took his cure and killed the nurse, Morbius escapes to confront him. An unrepentant Milo confesses to his bloodlust-induced crime and urges Morbius to embrace his powers as he has. Unwilling to hurt his brother, Morbius flees. Morbius meets Bancroft to explain what Milo has done before acquiring a new lab and developing an antibody against vampirism to stop and kill Milo. He also plans to use it on himself, since he will become unable to resist his bloodlust. Stroud and Rodriguez find footage of one of Milo's attacks, and believing Morbius's vampirism to be spreading, release it to the media. Nicholas recognizes Milo and pleads with him to stop. Angered by Nicholas's perceived preference for Morbius, Milo wounds and forces him to call Morbius, who watches Nicholas die while Milo attacks Bancroft. Morbius returns to Bancroft, but she dies in his arms and he drinks her blood. Morbius confronts Milo and summons an army of bats to restrain him and inject the antibody. Milo dies, and Morbius flies off with the bats, mourning his loved ones and embracing his identity as a vampire. Unbeknownst to him, Bancroft is revived as a vampire herself elsewhere, having ingested a drop of Morbius blood whilst he was feeding on her. In the film's mid- and post-credits scenes, Adrian Toomes finds himself transported to Morbius's universe. Having deduced that his transportation involved Spider-Man, Toomes approaches Morbius and suggests that they form a team.